following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tommy O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials up 82. You get the Nasdaq up 30. S&Ps are up 9. We have the gold contract trading up $1.40 at $13.59. Silver's up 38 cents at $20.48. You get platinum up 5 at $11.01. Oil is flat at $45.51. The bonds, you get the notes down 10 ticks. The bonds down 7 ticks. King dollar up 173. Great to be back.
Welcome back.
Did an amazing job.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
I was watching you in Basel.
I know. It's a beautiful thing on vacation, right? Where you can just relax and actually enjoy our programming as opposed to having to put it out. So that was cool.
I bet. And it's amazing.
Because I do the same thing. You know, it's like if I'm working from home some mornings, right? Let's be types on it. Right. I'll have it on. It's nice. It is.
And it's amazing just being in a different place watching it. Yeah. You know what I mean? It really was. You did a great job.
Relaxing.
And I want to thank all the rest of the hosts for filling in, man. It was a beautiful thing, man. So the volatility continues, man.
Yeah.
Friday, market goes topside. Has juice going topside too, by the way.
Big move.
Yeah, big move. And it just kept accelerating, you know, going along that whole time frame.
It was just a rise, for sure.
It was a rise. Yeah. It was a rise. You know, folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. You talk about volatility, man. You can come over to our website at TFNN. You hit the banner on the top or the side. You can bring up the exchange that put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can come along with us and see how we trade these contracts.
And Basil did the show with me on Friday. He did the show all week, really, which was awesome, because he goes at 11, so back-to-back. And we were just talking about when we were doing the program, I think the market was up around 150 at that point.
Yeah.
And there was the big jobs number, of course, that came out. Big 279 versus like 165, 175. We're saying, you know, on a day like that, you wouldn't want to be short. As in, where can you get an acceleration, right? And it's like a downside, and we saw it just continued up for sure, and it's just amazing that it's, you know, another pop. But we're at all-time highs in the S&P right now.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can beat those levels.
No doubt. Let's go to Lou in Nashville. Hey, Lou, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
Not bad. Good to see you back.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. Vacation was great, though. I really feel good, man. That was a whole week.
That's nice.
I guess you needed it.
Full decompress.
Yeah, totally.
Hey, look, I had Heckler, and I sold out. And I had EXK, and I sold out. And I'm just wondering if this is a good place to get back in. It was around this price, just a little lower.
Okay, so let's take a look at them. You got Heckler and EXK. Now, both of those equities, folks, are silver equities. Heckler came out with numbers this morning, dynamite numbers. Bottom line is that big numbers, okay? Silver was up, production was up 71% year over year. I'm not sure, that's his gold.
Yeah, so silver production up 71% year on year. Gold rises 41%.
Yeah.
I think that's probably
That's what it did, exactly, right. Silver. You know, okay, so what you have is this, okay? They're both strong stocks in a huge way, Lou, okay? I wouldn't touch either one of them, and this is why. So check this out. This is going to be wild to watch how this shakes out, folks. So when we go over to the silver contract, now for all you metal bulls out there, I'm going to give you the yin and the yang of this deal, and it's pretty interesting, actually. So when we take a look at the silver contract, right, when I was doing the gold report this morning, it's like, oh, man, you get a little problem in paradise here. And what it is this. When you do more than a 1 to 1.618 extension, whether on the way up or the way down, most times what happens is that it's immediate change of trend. And
it's just too big of an expansion.
Too big.
Yeah.
And we did it. And we did it in spades, too. And the expansion I'm talking about, when you take the silver contract from April 1st at $14.95, then you take it up to $18, that expansion that went from 1580 all the way up to 2125 is over that 0.618. So when that happens...
And it really is remarkable on time frame. I just happened to realize it, where you're literally going from beginning of April to the end of April.
Right.
To the end of May.
Yep.
To the end of June.
Look at that.
Right?
I mean, No, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. So now, the cool thing is that what we didn't do, folks, if you've been in this market for a long time, you know that when we topped out in 2011, that's what gold and silver did. Everything did more than a 1 to 1.618 expansion, and that was the end of the market. That was it, okay? And then, of course, people were getting in because it looked so great. Now, the difference is, which is really cool, is that the gold contracts didn't do this.
And those were on much... Were those on much longer time frames for an expansion? I mean, this is only a 3-month form. That's all.
What it was is this. I'll just bring it up so you can see it, because it's important to understand this, because every time this happens, man, it's a heavy deal. So the expansion, look at this expansion. So the expansion here is hard to even show where it was. Here it started here. It started at 1307 and went straight up to 1900. Okay? So that was almost a year, right? I guess on a monthly, So it wasn't a longer time frame, okay? Bottom line is that the cool thing is that the gold contract hasn't done it. Silver has. So I wouldn't touch those silvers, because I suspect the silver contract's going to get hit, and we'll take those silvers back. And then you want to set up to buy them, because the two stocks that you just brought up, Lou, right, are the strongest silver stocks out there, man.
Well,
cooking, brother.
I hear you. Thank you.
Okay, man. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. So, I guess being gone a week, we gotta look at what the oil and gas is doing, man. I heard you and Basil. See, you know what? It's just
where do you get Basil trading on the Nadex platform? With
I know that.
Wave. I was asking him questions because we trade on it, and
right.
you know, seeing those turnaround points could be and. I'm sure when you're listening, right, the time frame deal that he continually went over, that's something really important in terms of those similar formations, similar time frames.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And I was tuning in right when the one of the days when the natural gas was coming up, too. Do you know what I mean? And then I guess
it was Thursday because the numbers for oil were different with the long weekend.
And you know, it's going to get intriguing here with natural gas, folks, because, you know, it's had a nice run, and it looks to me like we're going to be trading natural gas for a while because, you know, we got up to 290, 299.
Decent amount of volume in all of those bars, kind of as it's been
big
skipping.
Time.
Yeah.
And so then now watch. Now then you pull back down. It looks like it's going to do a small ABC and go back to the breakout area, which would just be beautiful. And that area, folks, would be 257. You know,
you're going to lower that bar.
I'm going to lower that bar because see it just coming. It's trying to get into the top of that bar now.
Yeah.
But that'd be really cool because now we got a big consolidation.
Yeah.
You know, that
would be almost a 50-cent trading range.
Huge.
Yeah.
And
which, if it's at 250, is what 20%.
Yeah. Huge. And we know that from trading natural gas, you know, you can move 4 to 6 pennies pretty quick.
Especially on Thursdays, right? As the news comes out, inventory.
And so let's go to oil next. So if we look at the oil market here, where are you, oil? So oil's at 46.02 right now. Look at this, baby.
It's not in that up channel that it was in, right?
No, it's not.
I mean, just taking a quick glance from here, you can see it's not. It's kind of turned over a little bit.
Right. And so this gets interesting, and the reason is that this is a hard one to even figure out right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like
in my head, I see, you know, seriously, I think of Bud Rolfs, right? And I see like these channel lines,
right?
And how do we do channel line drawings? I mean, I can just even with my pointer running up here, right, and running up here, and then you can see good. If you, I mean, it turns around though, as in lower peaks.
Yeah.
Lower bottoms,
which is a problem,
and it's almost I don't even need to draw them. It's so obvious where the lines would be on the way down,
no,
right? I mean, you know, and so that
right. So just tell you that right there.
Annotate. Perfect.
Yeah, and then you just hit that one, and you can pop them any way you want. Yeah. You know, so it is a problem.
Oh no, that's a horizontal line. Okay, we'll figure it out.
Oh, you just okay, right. You know, so it's going to be intriguing here, watching this whole thing shake out, man. You know, because we're still in summer trading.
And it's at high levels when you consider it was at 27 not that long ago. Now it's at 47, 46, but
it definitely is. So now let's go, you know, because I think what we're going to end up doing this week is that, you know, as Tommy and I in this morning show trading this Nadex product, this dollar looks to me like it wants higher price. So I suspect we're going to be trading this dollar. You know?
Can you expand on why?
Yeah, see, what's happening is this, and it needs more cause. It needs more cause to get up and, you know, over this area from the 24th. The 24th was the big day. You know, the 24th, first gold went down, the bonds went down. They both rejected lower price.
Is that the day of the Brexit?
Yeah.
Yeah. It must be.
They had big volume, right? But the way that this will not back off, it's just looking to me that, you know what, man, this thing wants to take this over, take it up, and then we'll see what happens on the 3rd of February, as well as, now there'll be a different contract we're dealing with, so you can't see the volume there, but the 3rd of February, it launched the volume on the way down to the dollar.
Okay.
98, 91 to 97. And then on March 10th, it tried to test that, and it failed.
Okay.
So the most deviant thing it looks to me like this can do is get up to that level. Now, I'm combining that, though, with the extension that gold has already had and silver's already had. So if we go right back to the gold contract, you see just the correlation in this, and I'm actually combining it with the bonds, too. So the correlation in this is like, see this gold down here, that high volume swing low? It's like, hold on, man, you want to get on there and test that. That's deviant. It's like, okay, that's 1336. It's a long way down, right?
Yes.
SIU, if we go...
And what was that? That was on the jobs number, I guess, right?
That was on the jobs number.
Yeah.
You know, it came down fast and furious, and then came all the way back. And silver did the same thing. Now watch. Okay, so that's a high volume low also, silver. And then if we go over to the bond market did the same thing. So it's like, okay, man, when you start, look at this. So see, when you put this together, folks, okay, your probability is pretty high that those correlations could take place.
Sure.
The real kicker is that, you know, can the dollar make it up over there? But that would be the most deviant thing it could do. It's like, hold on, why is that going up now? Do you know what I mean? We know that bonds have been, going up forever, and the interest rates have been going down forever. Well, that's just kind of how markets work, I think. Do you know what I mean? When they get extended that far, So what else happened last week?
Not much. It was a busy week. We had it was interesting not having you with your drive and energy in the office, but we had some spring cleaning around here and took advantage of the opportunity.
Oh, it looks beautiful. Oh my God.
Sure. I know.
It looks, I should go away again. It looks amazing. It does.
So we had a good week for sure.
Yeah, totally, man. So let's take a look at some of the, actually, let's go overseas. So we'll go to the UK first. So the UK, it looks like they're going to have a new prime minister.
Yeah.
The UK has already taken over off its highs. That's pretty amazing, actually. It isn't.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit.
I know.
It's like, yeah, it's okay. Things are much better than they were prior to the vote.
Right.
That's what
saying.
Prices say right now.
Well, it's so cool.
That's tough to believe. I can believe that they're right where they are, as in it won't have a massive effect.
Right.
But to be like, oh no, we should go up from here because this is going to drive. Maybe, as in markets were undervalued before they realized they were voting. Hey.
Well, this morning coming in just now on Bloomberg, I heard this guy. It was pretty cool. There evidently was an exchange rate mechanism. I don't remember it in 1992. That the UK was getting out of with the rest of the European Union.
Okay.
And they said at that point that everything was going to be the end of the world. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And he says it wasn't the end of the world. He says now everyone's saying it's the end of the world, because of the trade situation. He says the trade situation, he says we don't even have a trade agreement with the United States. And he says, and we're the best of friends and we trade left and right. He says, there's no agreement. So everyone.
I don't know. I would want to get an actual fundamental intake. I mean, there are trade agreements across. So before we just put that, I don't know.
Well,
I think that needs a few more.
That was exactly what he was saying. That
you need trade agreements. I don't know what your point. I'm just.
His point is that.
He's saying that you don't need trade agreements.
His point is that there is not a trade agreement between the United States and Great Britain, and they trade like crazy because they're just friends.
I think that's because we probably have a different agreement. Maybe they're such a good ally that they don't have agreements. But guess what? That doesn't mean that they don't need agreements with every other partner they do business in Europe still, which is the real crux of.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Listen, I understand that, but I guess his point was that guess what? It's not as bad as people think it is.
I know.
Stay there, right, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Today, many commodities are trading at relative lows. And now you can take advantage with Everbank's new limited-time, 5-year, market-safe currency comeback CD. This indexed and U.S. dollar-denominated CD offers 100% principal protection and is based on the equally rated performance of currencies of Australia, Canada, Chile, Mexico, and South Africa. These 5 countries are especially rich in commodities, and their respective currencies are poised to do well should commodity prices begin to recover. Keep in mind that no APY, or periodic rate of interest, is paid on the CD. Don't miss out on this innovative new financial opportunity. CDs must be opened and funded by the upcoming July 14th deadline. To apply online and learn more about the CD, including product terms and disclosures, visit everbank.com/TFNN now. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow up 68. You get the NASDAQ up 24. S&Ps are up 7.5. We have gold flat. Silver still catching a bid, man, which is pretty wild. Watching this whole thing, thank you, this whole thing shake out. So we're trading right now. Yeah, it's up 30 cents. The volatility in silver's been insane, man.
Huge moves.
That's pretty insane.
So we have, I think, some of the banks coming out with their earnings this week too, right?
Oh, good. Because
so.
the banks...
Maybe JP Morgan, maybe?
Okay.
I think I was reading that this weekend.
Let's take a look. Because the banks, the 14th, yes.
That's Thursday.
Yep. So
and there's a couple more that are in there.
They all like coming all together. There's the 18th. Citigroup, 15th.
That's Friday.
Yep, exactly. Well, let's look at J.P. Morgan first. So what you have is that you can, well, look at this. I mean, what the banks have done is that they, June 23rd to the 24th, monster gap down with huge volume. Thus far today, you have a failure in price and volume. And it's like, okay, man, they're going to go after the lows again. So the deviance here is going to be, you get the S&P at highs.
Yep.
We get the Dow just about at highs.
Yes.
And the NASDAQ can't get close to it.
Okay.
You know, so it's like, oh, man, okay. So
Can you pull up the NASDAQ just to take a peek?
So the NASDAQ is at 49.82. And when you see this, it's like, okay, man, what's the NASDAQ's problem?
Yeah.
So, you know, you get 52.31. And you're coming right into the, look at that gap, man. That's 5,000, 4,999 to be exact. You know?
That's right from January 1st.
That's from January. That was the first
tough start to the year.
That
right?
was the big downdraft.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
That was catching some headlines.
Exactly. You know, and that downdraft, folks, also was the downdraft that was created out there from August of 2015. You know, so if we go back to the, let me put the cues up, because if we go back to the Nadex platform, and we're not going to do this today, but you're going to see me selling this thing again probably tomorrow. And the reason I'm not going to do it today is this market, the S&Ps, when you get this close to a high, it wants the high.
Sure.
You know, I mean, it's going to get to the high. Somehow it's going to get to the high. And the danger is that when that happens, will it get the NDX some juice? Do you know what I'm saying? Will it
rise above?
Just like Friday. Yeah, just like Friday.
Yeah.
You know, what happened Friday, I was watching the market Friday in the afternoon, because we were 2 hours behind, too, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay? And so I could see the momentum really, it got going, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It was constant.
It got going. It was constant, no doubt. You know, but the Qs would be the one that I'd be looking to sell probably tomorrow. Maybe.
Well, you'll have some opportunities.
Exactly. And what it would have to do with, folks, is that I like trading the spreads, and it has to do with really the acceleration on the way up, going into that January downdraft, and that it can't get traction when the S&P continues to get traction.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, it's pretty cool, Lou from Nashua. What it's like is that the Heckler, like if we bring Heckler up again, just so you, when the correlation, now Heckler's been strong like a bull, right? And come out with amazing earnings this morning, but you can't move. It's like, okay, that's telling you something. That's you know, it's like, okay, that's all right. Yeah. Hey, Heckler just went from $1.50 to $6.
What I was going to say is, guess what? Of course, there's high expectations when you go from $1 to $6. I mean, a lot of that,
exactly.
well, obviously was priced in, right? Because guess what?
Right.
It didn't move, so that means investors had expected that type of action. Otherwise, maybe we see a drop there for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know, which is cool because they
they better be making money with what gold's done, right?
Yeah,
that's the other side
right.
of it. Is, you better blow me away.
That's
with
a big
gold
one.
Going in the last 6 months, basically straight up.
Totally. Because if you don't, there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's something wrong in paradise.
Yes.
You know, no doubt. So if we go right to the XLF and we take a look, we stay with the banks, what you're going to see the XLF also, there's not buyers in the banks. And that's, you know, longer term, that has to do with those interest rates.
I would be a little worried with all them reporting earnings too.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And listen to this, folks. This is a trip. So on the way home last night, I'm going through just different articles. And the #1 bond trader, meaning the largest fund in Japan, right? That's made the most amount of money. He was talking about, so you get the Japanization of rates across the world, right?
Yes.
And so for 20 years now, the rates have been going down in Japan. He's saying that the rates in the United States, he's been bullish the whole time, owns huge amounts of treasuries, right?
Okay.
Buying more of them.
Bullish the yield, it's in, bullish the price of the yield's coming down.
Yes.
Right, just to put it, right.
So he comes out, I either read this yesterday or the day before, that the 10-year rate is going to go to 1%. These people are going to be in shock.
Can we pull up? I know we're above that. Yeah. No, I'm surprised you didn't say negative, because I would have, you know, I could see him.
Well, I guess
I could see people making the argument for negative.
I guess right now we're only at 1.4.
That's why I'm like, okay, you know, exactly.
Yeah, so that's
you could make an argument right now that we could go negative.
Yeah.
You could make a real educated, well thought out argument that would have substance to it. You know, it's that real for sure.
Well,
when we're at 1.4, it has to be with where the world is.
Because it's already gone down. The low for this year is 1.358, and the high is 1.927.
Amazing.
So that's showing right there.
We're over 0.5% down just since January.
Right.
On the 10-year.
And so if we went down another half.
Yeah, 0.9.
Yeah.
Right. And that's just in 6 months.
Exactly. That's pretty wild, man. And he's getting into the aspect that it has to do, again, with the aging population. The difference is, in our country, in Japan, they have the aging population, and they don't have a lot of immigrants. In our country, which will make a difference, he said, is you get immigrants coming in, so there's a younger demographic that is coming in, but you don't think it's going to make a big enough difference that the rates are still going to come down because of people my age, the baby boomers are so... Every day, so many people are hitting 60, 65. Sure. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
But your age, that's the next baby boomers. Yeah. You know, so.
We have a growing population. For
huge,
sure.
Huge. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here. You get, let's see, Freeport McMoran's up 51 cents. That must be a takeover. Pharmaceuticals up $6. You got Let's see what this one is here. So,
speaking of pharma, do you see that story about Theranos, or however you pronounce it?
Totally.
This weekend? When that break? Friday, maybe, or Saturday? Pretty wild.
That, can you...
People had heard about it. The CEO is now banned from running a lab for 2 years at least, and she's a young woman that basically dropped out of Stanford. Company was supposedly had a valuation at one time when they raised money off like $9 billion, and I think she had like almost half of it. Right. Now it's basically back to zero.
Yeah. And can you imagine investing in it? And there was high-profile people investing in that company.
That'll be a case study in terms of now there's all this stuff coming out. There was really no oversight. The board was in with her, as in they were just too close ties to have a real oversight. The board didn't even have the expertise that you needed in that type of field to have any real oversight. Wall Street Journal had some good articles.
Blood testing.
Oh, they said they were going to redefine the whole industry.
Yeah, they redefined it all right to zero.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can bring up the exchange. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. And as we walk through these different contracts, you can see how they trade, whether you're trading commodities, currencies, indices, all of the above. And bottom line is that we've had the volatility out here in spades. And the cool thing is, whether you're a bull or a bear, I always like trading either highs or lows.
Sure.
So
you're trading for big moves.
I am.
Right. No, for sure.
And the way that their contracts are set up, I mean, every day they're daily contracts. They have weeklies too, but just so you know, they're daily contracts, and they've put so many more contracts out there that there's a lot of them at the tops and the bottom.
You can set your risk reward really right where you want it. And there's more options for what you're risking versus your reward premium, how that plays out.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. And what is really cool, so check this out. This is pretty wild, folks, because when you take a look at the VIX, you're also going to see that the movement in the VIX is that
everything is cool, right?
It's as good as you can get.
Everything is really cool. Exactly.
That if we bring this back to June 7th, the VIX was trading at $12.72, right? Well, 8 days later, it's at $22. It goes back down to 16 3 days later. 5 days later, it's as high as 26. 2 days after that, it's down at 16. Now, the cool thing is that as that goes higher and lower, well, those premiums come right out of the contracts.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, well, wait a day for the volatility to come back in.
Right. No, for sure.
Yeah.
And you'll see. I mean, you won't even have to know what the VIX is at as you look at those contracts, because you'll say, man, I'm not going to put up, that type of risk reward when it's that far out of the money. You'll see that's priced in, and just commonsensically you'll know that, wait a second, the market needs to move 20 points just to be at break even in like the Nasdaq or something because of those premiums. But guess what? They're there because that's when we're having, I mean, for instance, 600-point moves in the Dow.
Right.
And that's
Right.
Yeah.
It's a monster. There's no two ways about that. If we go over and we take a look at the, let's go look at the XLE, because what has happened when I looked at this last is that the XLE, even though with oil pulling back, it was still hanging at highs. Yeah, it's still hanging at highs. So this XLE is going to be interesting because we've been at the same place now, going all the way back from beginning of April.
Yeah.
And it has if we do a couple channel lines up here, the lows at $64 do have some volume in them. But this thing doesn't want to break just yet. So this is where this gets interesting with the S&P too, because that high, the last high that was generated, looks like it's going to get tested too, which is June 8th. The high of that is 69, no, the low is 69.20. The high is 70. We've already hit 68.37 today.
Yeah.
It's light volume. It's light volume, but the bottom line is that, hey, the thing looks like it wants to get hit.
Just we were talking about during the break, right? The Theranos and that whole deal.
Yeah.
Smart money in terms of behind it, which is always amazing how smart money can make such big mistakes. Because you have these brilliant people, obviously, who are all the experience you can have in the world of, managing companies and not making...
And bringing new companies on.
Right. And all those mistakes that you can make as you rise and all this stuff. So obviously huge errors in how that happens, because like we said, we were talking during the break that they had blood testing labs that were basically using regular machinery to test the blood, which is fine. But their whole pitch was that they're going to redefine the world with their new blood testing methods.
Right.
And they were just basically a blood lab that was running regular tests, and they were a marketing company.
For years.
Yeah, right. So how does that get missed as they're raising all this money? How does the fantasy sites that we talked about, right? How do they allow their insider employees to have access to the information only for their own benefit? The company gained no benefit whatsoever by allowing these employees to benefit off that information. And guess what happened? Now they're all facing regulation, and they have Congress meetings and all this stuff. How does that happen, right?
With hundreds of millions, because that was hundreds of millions too.
Smart decision. So, and over the weekend, I was talking to a friend. Think Under Armour. Just same thing. How does that industry not even exist when Nike has how much money for research and development, and they don't figure out that, guess what, people don't like wearing sweaty clothing that just retains moisture. So it's amazing when you just wrap your head around that. People can just, there's always opportunities.
There's always opportunities.
Really, no matter how smart you think somebody is or how much money they have.
Yep.
Huge opportunities get missed.
Isn't that cool?
It is. It's really, that's what I look at in that. It's like, man, no matter how much you think people have it down pat. Same thing, MySpace, right? MySpace is there. Guess what? Facebook. They were so close to having it, right? But not really. But maybe so close.
Oh,
yeah, but not
heavy.
quite. But
that's
not
heavy.
Quite. Details matter too.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
Same with Uber.
Same with Uber. Right?
Yeah.
That was out there.
Yeah.
a brilliant taxi cab owner probably could have had that.
Could you imagine? I know.
You know, there's always those opportunities. They're there for sure.
Let's get a Max in Fort Lauderdale. Hey, Max, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, Tom and Tommy.
Morning, Max.
How you doing, man?
I'm confused. I'm an old man here that's confused here.
Yeah? That's all right. Join the crowd, man.
I'm looking at the monthly silver contract.
Yeah.
And I thought you said, I misheard you. I thought you said right now we're at the point of 1 to 1.618.
We're beyond it. We're beyond it.
Well, I come up with a 2270. This is all ballpark.
Okay.
But I come up with 2270 on a 1 to 1.618 expansion.
Whoops.
Okay.
Sorry, I started.
That's all right. So, this is where I'm taking it from, Max, okay? So, if we take the first leg, this is on a daily, okay? So your first leg,
April 1st.
April 1st is I'm gonna take the top of that first, okay? So we can do this math here when we're doing it. Okay, so your B point is $18.07. Your A point is
$14.95.
14.95, which equals. Whoops, I'm sorry. Okay, say that again. Give me the B point again.
1807, 14.95. So that's going to be
07.
312.
Okay, hey, give me the B point again. No, the A point.
It's 312. I just did it in my head. That's 14.95 minus 14.95.
14.95.
312.
312 times 1.618 is $5.04.
And add that to 15.89.
Right, 15.89 gets you 20.93.
Yeah. So did you get that, Max? So he's taking that. Go ahead.
I see it on a daily. I thought you said, when you said it, I thought you said monthly. And I went to the monthly, and on the monthly, to me, it doesn't come out till 2270 on the monthly.
Well, you're right in the context. What happened is that I had said it, and then I brought up the monthly. That's what I did when we just did that, okay?
Yeah, I wanted him to look at the monthly to compare it to the old.
What happened on the monthly, it's just a one-way shot all the way up. You see what I'm saying? It's really not even it just went from 1370 up to, 2127. But it is it's not the end of the world, but it's something that you want to pay attention to, man.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow right now is up 90. Nasdaq's up 32. S&Ps are up 10. We're going to be right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow up by 92. You get the Nasdaq up 32. S&Ps are up 10. If we go overseas and take a look at Europe, you have the CAT in France up 1.6%. The FTSE 1.2.
Lots of green on that.
Lots of green. DAX is 1.7. So the bottom line is that we can get some acceleration as we're going through the day here. You know, the SPY has hit 213.49.
That's a pretty awesome looking chart just recently with that Brexit.
Pretty intense, exactly. You get the cash S&P. We've hit 2139.34. I think that's. Oh, that'd be really weird, man. Look at it. The high is 2134.72. So we're over the high. Yeah. We banged the high, folks. The high we're talking about is the May 22nd high. Now, what I expect, when you get so close, see, this thing doesn't want to end yet until that Dow, we're up 87. This Dow wants to hit its high, too. It's just so close to it, man. 351, 18,351. And we've hit 18,248. So it's
we're 116 points away from it right now.
Yeah. That baby, let's
if anybody's been watching the market, we know what 116 points in the Dow is in terms of
right. And if we go to the small caps, ooh, look at the small caps a week. That's really intriguing, man. See, so the small, man, that's way off the highs. We're at 1185 and the high is 1295.
Yeah, like 10% almost.
Yeah, and so check this out. This is pretty cool. That's August 2015. Oh, so this is made it through the January downdraft where the Nasdaq didn't. Isn't that cool? Then when we bring the Nasdaq up, that's right where it's going into right now. And the difference is that the small caps, just went a lot higher prior to that. So it's a different chart.
Yeah.
But see, isn't that
For sure.
Isn't that different? Do you know what I mean?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. So listen, folks, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. You stay right there because, of course, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. Then we're going to go to Thinkorswim headquarters, TD Ameritrade, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, and, of course, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we've got our man, Mr. Andy Hecht.
Rocking and rolling.
Rocking and rolling.
Back in the chair.
Great to be back. There's no doubt about it.
You got a good market to come back to, man.
I know. Big time.
Keep your attention, for
sure.
Yeah.
And remember, folks, that you can get all the programming right here at TFNN right on your cell phone. Just go to TFNN.com. You hit Tiger TV. And
go try that demo account for Nadex. I mean, it's Monday. We talk about they have the weekly binaries, the weekly contracts you can look at, and, of course, spreads every day. We're going to have oil on Wednesday, natural gas Thursday.
Yep.
And you can look at how those premiums go.
And bottom line is that going into highs, you're either going to make it or break it.
We look at those weekly binaries sometimes. They're fun. The indice binaries, right? Let's take a look. NASDAQ 100. The weekly is just to show you how quick it can be.
This is good.
I know we have probably less than a minute at this point. And I like to see these on a visual basis. So this is the NASDAQ 100.
Yep.
And here are, some of the weekly binary options. So just taking a quick look at what they're pricing these at. 46.12, so that's 60 points above, like 20 by 26. So you're risking basically 1 to make 3.
Yeah.
And on the reverse side, basically 50 points to the downside. You're getting a similar market, 69 by 75.
50 points to the downside at the end of the week is not bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of action left until it's 11 a.m. We're only an hour and a half into the trading for the week.
Right.
So I just like looking at those, and that's where we talk about, guess what? It's probably affordable because they're the VIX. I mean, there's not much. That's totally why it's not that bad of a deal.
Exactly. You stay right there, folks. And Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. Have a great day. Have a safe day. And, of course, we look forward to speaking this afternoon.
Thanks, man.
Great
Good
to have you
back. Totally.
Great job.
Love you.
Great job.
There
Love
you go.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.